Okay, I moved the setup a little. It's more less with the window and more based on the light hit my face. But I'm sitting in the corner now. Sorry for leaving the live stream very randomly because the current went off. It's raining here. Very beautiful. And yep, let's continue streaming. I was learning French too on the time where I was gone. In the time I was gone. The rain. The song. So basically, what did we leave off with? This screen is too close. Forget it. If I keep it too far, I can't plug it anywhere, unfortunately. Okay. Enhanced input action item pickup, which is R. If true, then item picked up get actor location. Oh yeah, okay. So we created a sphere. Now we have to send that information to the next sphere. This. How do we do that? How do we send information here? Event tick. I know it's for sure event tick because when anything occurs, it has to be taken. But how do I send information? Let's search it up. Please don't start crashing on me. 94%. Lord. It's the video camera, I think. It's the camera. The camera is taking like 4%. Oh Lord. But it's not as bad as OBS. What the not OBS, oops, Opera. Oh wait, I forgot to add controls. The GX control to reduce the memory taken. It's taking 1.6 GB, of course. Okay, bitch, now you only take 1 GB max. That 0.5 GB is gonna give the 5 MB. The 5000 MB is gonna bring a big difference for sure. Okay, let's have it. How do I send information to a different blueprint? Why are we searching it here? Let's search through a phone. Let's just off Opera. Be gone. 83%. 80%. Oh wow. The difference. And then use this. How do you send information from one blueprint to another in UE5? Can you continue playing? Yes. Casting. Event dispatches use broadcast an event to multiple other blueprints without knowing which ones are listing. Okay, that's bad. We're not needing that. We need to do something else bad. What is with my hair? What the fuck? What is this? What? What? Now I feel like those Tintin, like those fucking cartoon characters with the bong. Blueprint, the most flexible way used to send messages to any blueprint that implements that specific interface. I am not wrong with this shit. Without needing a direct reference or knowing its exact class. Great for generic interaction systems like interactor. Oh, nice, yes. Blueprint interfaces. Blueprint interfaces. Anyway, set of. The song is nice, but I don't know. I don't want to like it. There's something about it that I don't want to like about it. Wait. Y'all need the. Please don't tell me this adds more. It doesn't. It's flexible and preferred way to enable decoupled information between blueprints to send messages, call interface functions to another blueprint without knowing specific class, thereby preventing hard references and improving performance and way better than the other one we are going for.
So first is like that, and then like stuff.
Think of an interface as publicly posted signs saying if you can perform open action or call. The interface defines the function name, interact, and its inputs and outputs. It contains no logic. Caller. Oh. Is there something specifically called blueprint interfaces? There is. Setting up. Okay, wait. So there's interface, which is the base thing. I think. Let's not set it up here. Let's go contents. You guys want to see this shit? I'm covering it. So let's move it somewhat over here. Details panels are not that important for you. Enjoy. Blueprints. Item blueprints. Blueprint interface. BPI blueprint interface. Item pickup. Okay, let's see. Yes. Yeah, it's covering me also. Fuck. Okay, you guys don't get to see now. That's better. How does it work though?
He wants to do
It's confusing. Okay, let's set up interface. Setting up a blueprint involves three main steps: creating interface, implementing the receiver, and calling the function from the caller. Creating a blueprint, right-click blueprint for basic shit that I just did. Interactable, okay, whatever. Open the new interface. Should I set up an interface completely for all interactable items with the player? That's more cleaner than having multiple interfaces, so let's rename this. Let's delete this. Delete. And then Let's search it up somewhere else. Blueprint. Blueprint. Interfaces. I didn't. Okay, whatever. I wanna rename this though. So can we rename it to this? Oh lord. This. Ha, not skips. Blueprint interface. BPI. The song is really good. Interactions. Why is it opening on this side? I want to open on this side. What the fuck am I with you? Okay. Now open the new interface. Okay. Interface in my blueprint tab, you will see default function, rename it on interact. Okay. On interaction. Interaction. That's right. That's it. On interaction, optionally add input and or outputs in details planner if you need to pass data like referencing the player or float value. I do need to do that, but how do you do it? Oh, there. Fuck, this is annoying me. Wait. Let's leave it there. Let's move this. Okay. Press plus icon to add parameters. New param. How do I? Should we just go through a YouTube video of everything on interactions? Okay, let's just go through a YouTube video. Phone sometimes bright. I forgot the words I should type. Blueprint interface. So the interface ones are the ones with the mail mark on top of next to the blueprints. Oh lord, I knew those mail mark means it's sending information and receiving information, but I didn't know how they did it. Please teach me. Let's pause the music for it so I can listen to what this is saying. How will you guys hear it though? You guys don't get to hear it. You guys instead get to hear the music actually. Wait, after I stop playing this. Yes. Enjoy. Or fuck it.
Press F again.
Why is it randomly switching to this? Okay. Why is it starting from 15 seconds? Thank you.
person got by walking up to it and pressing F. So the first thing I want you to ask yourself is
The guy just showed us how to pick up items, interact with other items like doorknobs and shit, and
interfaces are good fit for doing something. They share a piece of functionality, which is that they can all be interacted with. Other than that, they're pretty vast and different. So enough talking, let's just jump in and demonstrate
Please.
why a mobile interface is great for this and how to set them up. So real quick, we're going to take a look at the first person character. Now, what I have set up here is just a basic line trace. You don't have to worry too much about what's going on here. All that's happening is when I press F, the line's going to get drawn from the camera 500 units straight forward. So whatever direction you're looking at, draw a line, it'll hit something, and then it'll give us data about whatever it hit. Now, if you saw my video on casting, or if you know about casting in general, you'll know that in order to access any of the events, functions, or variables inside of a given object in the world, you'll need a direct reference. So in this case, if we were trying to make an interaction system via casting, we would have to take this hit actor. For example, we would say cast to door, and then assuming the door had a built-in interact event, we can then come over here and go on interact. I didn't actually put a built-in interact event into the door, you'll see why in a second. But the problem with this is we also have a chair, right? So the only way to really go about adding our chair to this interaction code is we'd have to go off of cast failed, and we'd have to go cast to bb_chair, and then we'd have to go its interact function, and it's
Oh.
and then now we added in a switch, so we have to come off of this and cast to bb_.
oh, that's so annoying.
And this is just bad. First of all, this is really badly unoptimized. Cast.
Okay, so basically, when you're trying to cast something, you cast it to the object. But if you have multiple objects that you want to cast through with just the same keybind or something, you're not gonna cast and then put cast failed and then continue on with the cast failed going to the next object that you cast. That's like repeating the same task for every goddamn object you're gonna make. Stupidity. That's complete stupidity. Don't ever do it. Fuck. So instead you use interface, booklet interfaces.
Are actually expensive because they create what's known as a part reference maker.
I'm actually excited for this one.
And also, if you think about it, if you go up to the button, it has to first check all these other casts before it gets to the button. And besides those aren't even my biggest problems with this. The biggest problem is that any time you want to add a new interactable object, you gotta come into here, you gotta go to your humongous nest of casts, and you gotta add in the new object.
Exactly.
That's just not modular, it's not scalable, it's not practical. So to get around doing this, we're going to use a blueprint interface. So I'm just going to delete these, and we're going to hop out of here for a minute and go to the content browser. I'm just going to go into the folder I created. And to create a blueprint interface, what you do is you right click, you go to blueprints, blueprint interface.
I knew that without even going through the effort of doing it.
And then we're going to double click to open this. Now, I feel like this is where blueprint interfaces get confused.
Yes.
This is just a read-only graph. It really doesn't serve any purpose other than to show you what your events and functions look like. You can't add anything in here, and that's actually kind of the point of the blueprint interface that I'm using. All the blueprint interface is a list of declared functions and events. We take our blueprint interfaces, we put it on a class, and it will now have those events. Then we define the functionality for those events in the class for which this interface is on. If that's confusing, don't worry, we're going to do it right now. So we start off with this new function. I'm going to rename this on interact. You can see that we can add inputs and outputs just like we can with events and functions in any other class. Real quick, I'm going to add an input. I'm going to call it interacting player, and we're just going to make this a generic character object reference. That way we can get
Okay. Okay, instead of making a generic character object reference, you have to make ALS which one? Not movement component. Base character? Yeah, we made the thing in ALS. Yeah, it is this. Because we made the code in blueprint, we're not making it here, so there.
That way you can get a reference to your player friends that we're interacting with, and that's actually really useful as we'll see. Now for demonstration purposes, I'm also going to create another function, and I'm going to call it is interact. And this time we're going to give it an output. It's going to be a boolean, and we're going to name boolean interact. So one thing real quick to know about interfaces is anytime you declare a function and it doesn't have an output, it's going to show up as an event, as you'll see in a minute. And anytime you do have an output, it's going to show up as a function, which should make sense because events don't have return nodes and functions do.
Yeah,
Output,
repeat.
it's going to be a boolean, and we're going to name boolean interactable. So one thing real quick to know about interfaces is anytime you declare a function and it doesn't have an output, it's going to show up as an event, as you'll see in a minute. And anytime you do have an output, it's going to show up as a function, which should make sense because events don't have return nodes and functions do.
Oh, yeah,
But
makes
anyway,
sense.
enough talking. Let's go see how to use this. So,
Events can have input and can end without anything. It can just stop. There's nothing afterwards. If I just make event tick print and end it, each event tick the print will happen no matter what. Because event happens the second when the event is occurred. There's no need for an event to end. It can continuously occur or it can just not occur at all. But functions, when you have an end, functions need is a function. You have to take the function and activate it again somewhere else. So there should be an end to the function in order for you to take the whole thing and send it there. I can't have a event summoning an event. Understood? An event can only summon a function. The function cannot summon an event. A function could summon an event, but to summon the function itself, you need another event function. So functions need an input and a start and an end.
my first person map, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my door BP.
Are you lagging behind in
Oh
currently?
my lord.
Everyone's already talking about it, but you still complain.
Now, I have the code already in here that allows the door to function as a door without the interacting aspect of it. We're not going to get too deep into this because this isn't a tutorial about
I want
doors.
a
It's a
break.
tutorial about interfaces and interaction. This project file will be available for download at the link in the description. So if you want to dig into this stuff more, you can feel free to
I feel
download
bad
it,
for
check it out.
others. If there's no one
Anyways,
here,
now we're
I
going to add
think.
that interactive interface into this door.
Okay,
To
let's
do
just.
so, what you're going to do is you're going to click on class settings, and then you'll see interfaces over here, and you have this drop down to add. Go in here and we'll type in UPI to this door. To do so, in my first person map, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my door BP. Now, I have the code already in here that allows the door to function as a door without the interacting aspect of it. We're not going to get too deep into this because this isn't a tutorial about doors, it's a tutorial about interfaces and interaction. This project file will be available for download at the link in the description. So if you want to dig into this stuff more, you can feel free to download it and check it out. Anyways, now we're going to add that interactive interface into this door. To do so, what you're going to do is you're going to click on class settings.
No, I feel bad. I wouldn't mind if I put speaker towards the people I hate, but if it's to the people I don't mind and I'm chill with, I feel bad for them, so I'll put headphones. sorry, you cannot hear it now. But I don't think you were even able to hear it before, so I don't care. Okay, we go to the big item, class settings, important mails. Oh, new function. Wait. So basically, on interaction, so we on interaction, the item will destroy itself and send information, the object ID to the group, right? So why not name the function? I still don't know what this thing or called delegate. I can't rename. Okay, let's see what they're doing. We can take this, we branch, of course. Break, hit result. On interaction, target is the hit actor, self for the interacting actor. I don't think I need to tell out interacting here. Let's put self just in case. Self. And that's it. This sends the information. Item pickup, print string. It's the sphere traced by channel. Hit detected. The hit actor is the target. Sent it. Wow. Mm-hmm.